So, after the Tesla semi caught fire for 12 hours, causing controversy during that time, the majority of people have been joking that Tesla's EV actually stands for, get this, explosive vehicles. And people now think that the 900 kilowatt hour battery pack of the Tesla semi is great until it catches fire and releases thousands of gallons of gas that's no less dangerous than cyanide. But we're confident that it's not entirely Tesla's fault. As you can see, this is the battery pack of the semi-truck. Yeah, there are many secrets we want to know about this giant battery pack. Why did it catch on fire for that long? And what is the new battery type that Tesla's going to be soon changing up for the big rig? Welcome to Tesla Car World. 1. The truth about the Tesla semi-battery. In the comments that we came across regarding the semi-truck fire on the highway, one mentioned that the large battery in the electric truck has 63,000 lithium-ion cells. If the entire battery were to catch fire, each cell emits 6 liters of toxic gas. Multiply that by 63,000, and we now have 378,000 liters of toxic gas released into the air after the fire. Okay, so it's not entirely clear if that is totally accurate, but let's go over the semi's battery. As of now, the semi still uses 2170 cells with a 510 kilowatt hour battery for the 300-mile variant and 900 kilowatt hour for the long-range 500-mile version. Elon's confirmed that the big rig consumes about 1.7 kilowatt hours a mile, and Pepsi drivers have successfully tested the 500-mile Ranger. So there's no reason to doubt the battery's capabilities. But how many cells does a Tesla semi-battery have and how much does it weigh? Okay, so to clarify this, we got to perform a relative calculation based on the publicly available data. As we mentioned earlier, the semi is equipped with a 900 kilowatt hour battery pack that uses 2170s. According to what we found, the energy density of these cells is 269 watt-hours per kilogram, and that's pretty typical for long-range EVs. Each 2170 battery is also recorded with a weight of approximately 68 grams, and based on all that info, you can see the calculation below, which indicates that this battery pack contains about 49,202 battery cells. Of course, that number's probably not entirely accurate, but it's not going to differ too much from the exact number because we also did a similar calculation for the Cybertruck's battery pack, and that result was also close to the number of 1,344 4680 cells in the 123 kilowatt-hour battery pack for the pickup truck. So the semi has been confirmed to weigh 20,000 pounds and 23,000 for the two variants, respectively. With the number of battery cells and the weight of the cells, this could result in the semi's battery pack weighing 7,400 pounds. But the actual weight could easily hit up to 10,000 pounds because such a big battery also needs many layers of protection, coating, and adhesive. As you might remember, Sandy Munro almost gave up trying to disassemble Tesla's battery because it was difficult to take it all apart. So we don't deny that the 10,000-pound battery pack gives a pretty impressive performance for the Tesla Semi, and it makes it the first electric truck to hit 500 miles on a single charge. It also set a record of 1,076 miles in just one day at Run on Less. However, in that recent highway accident, this battery pack became the center of attention, and not the good kind. You might have noticed, but the 900 kilowatt-hour battery pack is 9 to 10 times larger than the 75 to 85 kilowatt-hour battery pack used in Model Y. In a previous incident, a Tesla Model Y caught fire and was completely destroyed when it was charging at a supercharging station. Putting out the fire took about 10,000 gallons of water over 5 hours. Clearly, a bigger battery pack's going to take more time to manage, and that's why the semi-truck fire burned continuously from 3 a.m. until 4 p.m. before it was finally brought under control. This accident also led to the closure of I-80 for nearly 16 hours, causing major disruptions for everybody trying to get where they were going. Other drivers were kept away from the interstate for at least half a mile in both directions because the fire department said the toxic smoke from the burning battery could pose a danger if you breathed it in. 2. Details about Tesla semi-battery fires. So in the previous episode, we really got deep into the main causes of the large truck fires, including both the direct and the indirect factors. Although the exact reason for the driver's accident remains undetermined, it is possible that he just fell asleep or lost control for just a tiny second. This was the direct cause of the fire, as the semi-truck's electric battery pack would not just spontaneously ignite without a major collision. We also rule out the possibility that the fire originated from the cargo, as at the time of the incident, the truck was not carrying a trailer or any cargo. We all know the 2170 is a type of lithium-ion battery with a composition primarily made of lithium, nickel, cobalt, aluminum oxide, or NCA for short. The characteristics of this battery include relatively stable performance, a low cost, and ease of production. Besides the Tesla Semi, the 2170 is mainly used in Model Y. However, despite its advantages, the big drawback of this type of battery is its lack of safety, as it's still a traditional lithium-ion battery. As we mentioned, although this type of battery is less safe, it's not going to just spontaneously combust. In the recent incident, a strong collision between the electric truck and a tree caused the impact to the semi-truck's battery pack. And as you can see in this image, the battery pack of the big rig is located right underneath the cabin at the base of the vehicle. It appears to feature 9 larger modules of 2 different sizes. The ones in the middle are larger than the ones on the sides of the Semi. These modules are also a lot taller than the other Tesla batteries, which previously only had the height of 1 row of battery cells plus the hardware. It looks more like the Tesla's old Model S battery modules when you stack them together. Placing the battery at the front of the truck inevitably exposes it to impact when the truck's front crashes into a tree. These forces can directly damage and deform the battery pack and the cells within it, some of which may rupture and shatter completely. It's important to understand that when a portion of the battery pack or just a few hundred cells are damaged, these cells can catch fire and spread to the intact cells, causing a thermal runaway effect. This explains the chain reaction and why the battery pack burned for 12 hours. Regarding the semi-truck's battery pack, Fire Chief Cal Ryan Wussner commented on why the battery made it so challenging for the fire department. He said, when they break down, they start feeding off each other and they catch fire. They burn themselves out using the battery as fuel. Another fire chief, Nolan Hale, also explained that there's a reaction, an exothermic reaction occurring inside a battery cell that's contained and heavily contained by design. It's very hard for us to access those. Okay, so we might not know this, but the electrolyte and chemicals inside an electric vehicle battery cell don't require oxygen from the air to burn. This means that batteries can continue to burn even when exposed to tons of water. This is why the fire was so intense despite Cal Fire Department's efforts to put it out with thousands of gallons of water. After realizing that the water wasn't working on these battery cells, they had to wait until the lithium-ion battery cells burned out on their own and cooled down to about 100 degrees Celsius. During the time the battery packs were burning, the temperature was reported to be 540 degrees Celsius, according to California Highway Patrol's thermal gun. While a typical gas fire requires about 700 gallons of water to put out, an electric vehicle fire needs a lot more, and it's even more challenging with those big electric trucks. The latest reports indicate California fire crews had to use approximately 50,000 gallons, or 190,000 liters, of water to put out the fire as quick as they could. Cal Fire also deployed fire retardant from the air around the accident site to contain it and prevent the flames from spreading to the nearby forest. Authorities also moved the truck to an outdoor facility and monitored it for 24 hours. However, the battery showed no signs of reigniting. 3. Potential new battery technology for semi-trucks. Replacing the battery for the Tesla Semi might soon be implemented, which is necessary because we understand that the Semi will also have a new version that allows drivers to operate the truck for long-distance routes. Dan Priestley confirmed that they'll be adding a sleeper cab option for the Semi. Regarding the most promising new battery pack, we don't think Tesla's going to be using LFP for the big rig because the performance of this type of battery is pretty mediocre for a truck that needs such a big range like the Semi. Instead, 4680 would probably be much more suitable, especially since Tesla already has a bunch of these batteries. Not long ago, Lars Moravi also mentioned that they got enough 4680s for their entire electric vehicle lineup. But of course, currently only Cybertruck gets priority. The Tesla Semi uses the 4680, which makes sense given that both the big rig and the 4680 are made at the same factory. Tesla's 4680 is designed with several improvements over the 2170, offering better performance and safety, and that makes it crucial for high-performance products like a Tesla Semi. With its large cylindrical design and tabless architecture, the 4680 battery enhances heat dissipation and reduces the risk of overheating, helping the vehicle operate more reliably, even under heavy loads and long distances. This battery design not only improves performance, but enhances safety by maintaining a stable temperature, a critical factor for vehicles like the Tesla Semi that need continuous power. So thanks to these advantages, the Semi will soon transition to using the new 4680 battery, but not right away. Units currently getting made in Giga Nevada still use the 2170s, and if our predictions are right, Tesla will only switch to 4680 for the Semi once the Semi production facility is complete and the new version of the Semi goes into production. Although 4680 is safer, all types of batteries are going to have some reaction when they're damaged. Therefore, we can't be completely certain that the semi is not going to catch fire after any future accidents with a new battery. The issue is that the likelihood or fire or danger is going to be reduced. Tesla semi has been delayed for a long time, waiting for the 4680 cells. Thus, the prolonged shortage of the 4680 batteries may be the reason why the number of electric trucks hit only 100 units from the first delivery to Pepsi in 2022 to the end of last year. Earlier this year, the number increased by about 50 units, and Tesla also delivered some trucks to Walmart, Costco, NFI, and Martin Brower. So we're not sure if you're aware, but the incidence of electric vehicle fires is a lot lower compared to regular gas engine fires. According to the stats we've read, EV fires occur about 8 times less than internal combustion engine fires. And that's based on Tesla's impact report. Also, considering the time when the fire happened, Tesla had only made about 120 semis, which means the rate of accidents is much lower compared to electric trucks from the other manufacturers. However, Tesla's not the only electric truck manufacturer to come into issues. In 2023, several Nikola electric trucks also caught on fire. This cause was identified as coolant leaks in a battery pack, which led to thermal runaway and fires. Nikola subsequently issued a recall of over 200 trucks to inspect and address the issue. And when such incidents happen, first responders need to be thoroughly trained on how to handle EV fires. So when the Tesla Semi caught fire, the first responders on the scene had to wear hazmat suits to manage things. Following this incident, 80% of the semi-truck battery pack will be thoroughly inspected and even overhauled if they have to. Fortunately, this isn't too daunting given the relatively small number of Tesla semis out there. After this controversial incident, Tesla continues to make a small number of electric trucks at the Nevada factory while awaiting the completion of the new semi factory. According to Henrik Zane, a Tesla semi advocate, drone footage of Giga Nevada shows at least 50 trucks outside the factory, with nearly half being brand new. Although the semi factory's progress is not as rapid as Giga Shanghai's, the upcoming facility is starting to take shape. Several panels have been installed on the far northwest corner of the facility, and more steel beams have been set up nearby. Inside the covered area, some concrete's been poured to create a floor. Overall, the initial parts of the semi-factory are starting to look like an actual building. If construction continues to advance, it's likely that the new semi-trucks could begin production next year, possibly in third or fourth quarter, but that's only our prediction. Last year, Elon announced to all employees in Giga Berlin that the factory would be the ideal location for making Tesla Semi for Europe. Recently, 2 semis were transported to the Berlin factory, and they attracted attention when seen in a drone video. Not only will the semi get made at the new factory, but Tesla's also in the process of testing full self-driving for its electric trucks. With FSD, semi-drivers can alleviate some of that workload during long trips, and we understand many drivers suffer from sleep debt, especially on highways where trucks often go for long periods at a time. FSD can help cut the stress and fatigue for drivers while increasing productivity in their delivery routes. In early September, California got awarded $102 million for a charging corridor dedicated to zero-emission Class 8 trucks, with the route expected to also run through Oregon and Washington. Elon has set an ambitious goal for the Semi with plans to produce 50,000 trucks a year, so the recent updates to the Semi seem to signal Tesla's electric truck dominance in the coming years. With the order book for the Semi still quite long, and Elon also stated at the Tesla shareholder 2024 meeting that Semi will be sold to external customers next year once Tesla's delivered enough units to shipping companies. With the big rig, Tesla is confident that charging with electricity is approximately 2 times cheaper per mile than refueling with diesel. Operators can see estimated fuel savings of up to $150,000 within their first 3 years of ownership. With remote diagnostics, over-the-air software updates, and less moving parts to maintain, operators will spend less time at service centers and more time on the road. While Tesla Semi has very obvious environmental benefits, the truth is environmental benefits alone aren't enough for many transportation companies to replace diesel. With Tesla Semis, there has to be a financial incentive to make the switch, and this is definitely the case. Some of you might be wondering right now, how in the world are we going to be able to accurately calculate the operating cost of a Tesla Semi with a limited set of data? Well, thankfully, when Tesla unveiled this Semi back in 2017, they did share an operating cost comparison of the Tesla Semi versus a traditional diesel Semi. While a lot has changed since Tesla Semi launched in 2017 and costs have gone up, we still think that this is a good model and we can use as a basis for our new calculations and to bring them up to date to the present. In the end, these calculations could be relatively close to the actual operating cost of a Semi. In a diesel truck, fuel costs are about 40% of the total operating costs a mile, and repairs and maintenance, that's about 10%. This means that half of the $1.51 per mile figure goes towards fixed items like driver's salary, tires, and insurance. Since Tesla claimed that they can hit $1.26 per mile and the fixed costs are 76 cents per mile, we can subtract our repair cost and arrive at the battery depreciation costs. Let's assume that since electrics are simpler than ICE, which stands for internal combustion engine, and that means fewer moving parts, the repair cost is only 50% as much. And Tesla said the cost to travel a mile at speed would be 14 cents. This gives us 18 cents per kilometer left over for battery depreciation costs. Above all, semi-truck accidents highlight the need for improved safety protocols and first responder training specifically for EV crashes. As the EV industry grows, addressing these safety concerns will be critical to the widespread adoption and public confidence in electric vehicles. So, now that we've gone through our video, we want to ask you, the viewer, what do you think about the Tesla semi-battery pack and its implications for the future of the trucking industry? We want to know, are electric trucks a potential alternative to diesel trucks? Thank you for watching our video. If you found the content helpful and want to explore more exciting information about Tesla electric cars, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video. Also, make sure you're subscribed to Tesla Car World and be sure to turn on those notifications. That way you're guaranteed to never miss any of our videos that we update daily. With that, we really appreciate you watching this whole video and hope to see you back here in the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care, stay safe, and God bless you. Bye.